Welcome back to the Art of Crochet blog, and this is square number 21, and these are the lovely colours. We've got the nice sunshine yellow, lime green, the turquoise and the teal, and the teal is lovely because it sort of brings these colours all together. And we start off with the lime green and a little circle of 5 chains and join those together with a slip stitch. So that's how we start off, which is pretty straightforward. And then you do 3 chains and 2 trebles into the ring. So 1, 2, 3 and 2 trebles into there. This one starts to look, this square starts to look more like what you might think of as a traditional granny square, and it's got that great triangular look. So there's our 3 trebles, or 3 chains and 2 trebles in the space. So here we are. The pattern says 3 trebles and then 3 chains and another 3 trebles, and I'm holding the loose end in round with the circle here, so when you work in there, look, it just gets bound in with the rest of the stitches, and then you can just snip off the end afterwards. So 3 trebles and then another 3 chain. Then 3 chain and join with a slip stitch to the top there. There we are. That's our first round. So we can fasten off the green yarn now on our square, and it says to join the yellow yarn at the left corner. So that means not here, but here. So the left hand side of a corner. Doesn't matter which corner you do it on. So I do it with a slip stitch. That's my preferred method. And again, it's the same stitches as we've just done. So 3 chain and then 2 treble into here. And I'm going to hold the yellow yarn over there so it gets worked in as we go along. So that's 1, 2, and then, so here we are into the next space, 3 treble, oh, need more yarn, hang on. And then 3 chain, and then another 3 treble, and you do that on each corner till you get to the last one. So the little 3 chain goes round the corner like that, so keep on going until you get back round to here. Concentrate, because this bit, the next round, is going to be a bit tricky because we have to keep changing the colour in order to make the fancy triangle shapes. So to join this second round, you do a chain, and then you get your turquoise yarn and make a slip knot, comme ça, and pull that over. And so we're going to make a DC in this top chain, and instead of pulling the yellow yarn through, I'm going to pull the turquoise yarn through. There we are, and hold that at the back, the shorter end, so pulling that through. So to make that, so this has got all loose here, so you need to hold the yellow yarn and the ends there behind the work. That's quite a lot of bits of wool to hold behind, but there you go. So you hold that in the back, and now we're going to work the next bit with just the turquoise. So we do 3 chain and 2 treble in the space. So I'm enveloping all those ends round the back. So when you get to the end of that second treble in your first corner, you do the first part of the treble and then you pick up the yellow yarn and drop the turquoise and pull that through that last bit of the stitch, making sure the turquoise is held firmly, otherwise you get a loose stitch. And then we're going to do 3 trebles in the yellow in the next space that's in the middle of the side of that row. And again, I'm holding all the tails that we've got at the back. There we are, can you see? There they are. So when I want to pick up the turquoise yarn here at the end of that treble, I can. Ta-da! There we are. So I've got a neat join there with the colour, and then in the next corner I'm going to do 3 trebles again with the turquoise. With the yarn held at the back there. So I've got the tail end of the turquoise and the long yellow, so I can change back to yellow. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you again because it's a bit tricky. So you get to this corner, the corner's in turquoise, and then you get to the last part of the third treble and you're going to change colour. So we're going to pick up the yellow yarn and pull that through and swap. So the turquoise runs along the back, and I'll pick up the yellow and do 3 trebles into this space along the side of the square. So what will happen is that the corners are in turquoise and the sides are in yellow, but the optical illusion will make it look like we've got, oh look, that's pulled through, pull that firmly so that it sits neatly at the back. Oh, I forgot, look, so you change when you get to the end of that last stitch. And if you forget, look, you just unravel that last little bit there, pick up the other colour and pull it through. And now I'm ready to do, holding the yellow at the back, I'm ready to do the next corner. So 3 trebles, 3 chains and another 3 treble. The final corner of this round, I've still got the yellow yarn going through here, but actually we don't need that anymore. So it's been run along underneath there, so I'm going to trim it off and we can fasten that off in a bit. So to join the end of this round with the turquoise, we're going to do 2 chain and then a double crochet into the top of that 3 chain that we started off with. And then we continue on this round with the turquoise in the same way. So we're going to do 3 chains and 2 treble into this corner, 2, 3, and then 2 treble down into the one that we're on here. Ooh. And then the next one will be into here, 3 treble into there and there. So 3 treble into this one, and then the next corner will be worked in exactly the same way with 3 trebles and 3 chains like you did the row before. So, and then 3 treble into this next space here. And do you see you're getting the optical illusion of this triangle within the square? Clever, huh? So here we are at the end of this fourth round and you do 3 chain and join with a slip stitch to this last bit here, and then we can fasten off the turquoise yarn because we're going to be using the teal now. And to fasten off, you can get your darning needle out, or you can just run your hook along the side here and then just pull it through. I say just, obviously it's not always that easy. Making sure to keep it along the side with the same colour. There we are. Now I can trim it off. Now we're going to start with the teal, and we can join to any corner space it says. So I start at this one and join with a slip stitch, and the pattern on this round is the same as the one we've been using. So start off with a 3 chain and then 2 treble, and I'll hold the end of the yarn at the back to work it in. And then 3 treble in the next space, and of course there are a lot more spaces to work along, so you just do 3 trebles into each one, 3 treble and a 3 chain like this, and I'll see you at the other corner. So this is what the corner looks like with the teal, with the 3 chain on the corner. So I'll get to here and I'll do 3 treble in that corner space, ooh, and then 3 chain to go around the corner, and then another 3 treble, just like we did in previous rows, and then you're nearly finished. So you just keep going all the way round till you get to the end, and that's square 21. Cool.